at here, Buzztv. Great day for us. CES 2026. I'm here with Michael. We are here at Antigraviry, the only guys that have a 360 drone going. And you know us, we've been flying drones for 15 years. We're the first people in the world that actually had aerial drone concert footage with fully synced audio from front of house. So we're proud of the things we've been able to do. But tell us, what is Antigraviry's 360 drone?
Yeah, so Antigraviry is the very first 360, fully integrated 360 drone in market. There's nothing else like it around. It uses two 200-degree cameras, and it combines them together automatically, and it erases the drone. So when you think about what flying a regular drone is you're flying a camera. When you think about flying an anti-gravity drone, you are the camera. So it comes with this really cool headset called the goggles, and the goggles will combine the cameras together and send a fully stitched 360 image in 2.5K by 2.5K to your wide-angle headset, and you can independently move your head around while the drone is positioned in the same location, which is amazing. So you can fly this way and you can look this way. So for content creators, it's amazing because the advantage of a 360 camera is you get every angle at once, and then you can pick and choose your best angles and moments after the fact, and now you can do that with a drone. But from a consumer perspective, you can experience the world in a whole different way by just flying and soaring above the air.
So here's my question. As a normal drone user and someone that's been using other products, because this is so new, I couldn't get one yet, I'm using controllers.
Yeah.
I've always been wary about FPV, only two reasons. One, you always need a line of sight person, and two, I'm going to hit something because I see this, but I don't see all of this.
Ah, great question.
How does this eliminate that sort of a situation?
Yeah, so
Cameras, interview.
So here's the beauty of how anti-gravity works. So on the front, you're seeing two vision sensors for obstacle avoidance. And with a 360 drone, you don't need to fly the drone sideways or backwards. You only need to fly it in a single direction because it's capturing everything around you. So it's never going to crash into anything in front of you because of those forward-facing vision sensors. Now, with the headset, if you are getting close to something on the sides, you can just turn your head and look. It gives you a visual awareness of where the drone's going. Now, from a visual observer standpoint, there's a screen. This is the only headset that has a screen on the front side where the image is showing what the pilot is seeing in real time. So if you have a spotter, the spotter can be looking on the screen to support the pilot.
Ah, there you go, because in the drone world, with all the fun laws, you definitely need a spotter, especially if you're 107. But even if you're just doing some personal stuff, it's always good to know what's in the area, and you have to be safe. It's all about safety.
Yeah.
So, I could get these right now. I know I've seen them out on the market. Where could I get them?
So you can get them in a bunch of different places. So you can get them in any Best Buy across the U.S. You can get them in Costco, Amazon, or on the Antigraviry website. That's just in the U.S. We sell currently in over 100 different countries worldwide, and we're scaling that up. If you want to learn more information, you can go to the Antigraviry website, or you can follow us on social at Antigraviry.
And what is the Antigraviry website?
Antigravity.tech.
There you go, .tech. It's a new one for me, but I love that stuff. Price point?
Starts at $15.99.
Okay, and tell me all the lovely options to go up the road.
So the basic bundle is you get the drone, the headset, the controller, but you can scale that up with prop guards and extra batteries and fast chargers. Now, I've only just told you a couple of things, but I think what you're really going to appreciate about this is, so when you look at a normal drone, what's the first thing you see? You see a gimbal and a camera hanging off it. If that drone crashes, what's the first thing to break? The gimbal and the camera,
Exactly.
and then you got to send it in for repair. Our drone has no gimbal and camera because it's capturing everything in 360, and on top of that, the lenses are self-replaceable. So you can get extra lenses in case one of them scratches, and you can pull them off and replace it in under a minute.
And that's a big deal because lenses do scratch. Now, something that I've learned because we're shooting in all sorts of formats, when you're doing 360 or dealing with anything with the fisheye lens, there is no zoom capability. correct? Or can I zoom with the anti-gravity?
Great. Another great question. So you zoom in post. So one thing that makes anti-gravity really special is the software that goes into the product. So when you purchase the product, you get all the software for free. The Anti-Gravity Studio, the Anti-Gravity mobile app, the plugins for Premiere, all that's free. And if you're an entry-level user, the app can do everything for you. It uses AI to take that 360 image and automatically reframe and give you recommended shots and make you a cut, basically. And if you're a pro user, then you can use our built-in tools to self-reframe and pull out your own shots, or you can bring it into Premiere. So you have a ton of options for how you can edit later on.
That's perfect, because I'm a Premiere guy myself.
Yeah.
But I love that you have internal stitching.
Yes. We have internal storage as well, and you can also put a memory card into the headset to record your display on the goggles. So there's so many different cool features that are packed into this. There's even autonomous flight mode, so if you want to capture complex shots, orbits, or spirals, or some of these other fancy maneuvers, you can program the drone to do it yourself. There's also best-in-class AI tracking built in, so in real time, you can select any subject or object, and the drone has lossless tracking, so it'll track the subject, or you can do all the tracking in post.
Now here's another question. Because I've been using drones, I know there's some companies that have third-party apps that let you control stuff. One of the features that I was using in a third-party app, I could actually draw my flight path, make the drone do curves, or where I wanted to get the actual focal point of the picture. Am I able to do something like that with anti-gravity?
You're able to do exactly that. So we have a feature called Sky Genie and Sky Path. And with Sky Path, it actually serves multiple purposes. So you can set your own waypoints and flight path. You can set the distance between each point. You can set the speed at which it hits each point at. So it's totally customizable. And then for families at home, like let's say you have a 7-year-old kid at home, you don't want to give them the controller, but you can set that flight path, put them in the headset, and they can experience the flight in real time.
This thing just gets better and better.
That's very cool.
Looks like when I get done here today, I'm going to Best Buy. Very serious.
Well, you should get in the flight cage and give it a try.
I definitely am going to have to do that. Again, we've been flying drones forever. You guys know all that. I've been upgrading products the best I could. Now the government's doing wonky stuff. You can get this, you can't get that. It's a headache. With the other company, I picked up something. Obviously, I beat the wire, but again, I use those for indoor stuff. I love the anti-gravity. If I were ever to go indoor, I definitely have to get prop guards.
Yes.
Because it's all about safe. In fact, let's speak about that. Most drones, I have to have multi-satellite connection, so it's in a good place. If I were to fly indoors, obviously, you're not getting that connection. Can I fly anti-gravity safely indoors?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at the flight cage. The drone stays just as stable indoors as it does outdoors, and it does so by using vision positioning systems.
And low light. Am I good in, let's say, a lower light situation?
To be honest, the drone is built for mostly daytime use. You can get some nice golden hour shots, but we really take pride in safety, and we don't want folks to use them at night because it just creates a more challenging environment. So you can fly it at night, and it does work if you're permitted to do so, but you're going to get the best quality out of this during the day.
There you go, because we've flown at night. Again, if we're doing an outdoor concert thing, which is these days very rare because permission's a nightmare, because of lighting, you always have to be aware, looking for that red and green flashing light to find your bird. So I definitely don't like flying at night, but it's always good to ask those questions. I could get it now. Do we have any upgrades planned in the future? I mean, the product's so amazing, I don't know how I could upgrade it at this point.
Can I tell you one more cool thing about the product?
Please.
So the controller itself, it's a single Joy-Con, and when you put on the goggles, you see a little indicator, a white indicator in your headset. Wherever you move the controller and point it to, that's where the drone's going to fly. So if you wanted to fly up, you point up. If you wanted to fly down, you point down. If you want to fly behind you, you point behind you, and if you're looking forward, you'll get a picture-in-picture in the headset that shows you where the drone's flying, the drone's POV, while you still see the broader picture of where you're looking at.
Okay, important question. Learning curve. If I was a novice, picked one of these up, I have a controller in my hand, what's my learning curve of actually being able to control my drone in a very comfortable manner.
1 or 2 quick flights. Now here's the irony, right? You and I, we come from a 2-stick controller background. This is how we fly. So the learning curve for you and I is a little bit more complex than somebody who's never flown a drone before. Somebody who's never flown a drone before, I've A/B tested this. They pick up that controller and they get it within 1 flight. It is very intuitive. That's what we pride ourselves on. So the market has been so closed off to people who think that they need to be these expert drone pilots to fly drones. But in fact, the A1 makes it easy for anybody to fly it. So I would challenge you. So if you're at home and you really want to fly this thing, go give it a try. It's very, very easy.
So now, just for guys like us that are used to 2 sticks, what's my learning curve?
Not that much more.
About 3 flights then.
Maybe 2 flights.
Perfect.
Maybe 2 flights.
Then I'm going to definitely get in the cage later, give this a try, because this has been a good year for me, and I've been upgrading a lot of stuff and actually have the cash to go pick up an A1. So I think it's time, because I've been holding off a little bit. I didn't know a lot, and it's like, okay, a 360 drone, how am I going to use that? I shoot 360, I shoot 180. I know how I do that in the music world. How would that work? But now I know this is probably a lot better of an experience than what I have thought I've had in the past. And I love being an 8K. 8K, you know, got to be an 8K.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you create with it.
Oh, we're going to have some fun stuff. So the most important question I could ask, what might we have left out about anti-gravity and the A1 that they need to know?
We talked about a lot. We talked about the software being elite. We talked about some of the best-in-class features. There's even a cool mode in there that it's an AI overlay where you can augment a dragon or an airplane, and it feels like you're flying on a dragon inside of the headset. So there's all sorts of, like, beyond just content creation, there's just cool, fun things that you haven't seen in any other drone that are built in. You can even watch your TV and films similar to how you would in a normal headset. You could watch that in our goggles. So you can load that in through the SD card port, and you can just use it as an immersive headset after.
Oh, that's insane. Okay, last question, because it just hit me. Distance. What is my...
So unobstructed, the drone has been rated to go up to 10 kilometers, and that's actually kind of crazy because this isn't just a regular drone sending low-res content to your headset. It's sending 2.5K by 2.5K, but it's also stitching it together, and then it's sending unobstructed up to 10 kilometers.
Oh, again, really the last question this time. Water. Some drones work good over water. Some drones don't like it because they don't understand they're over water. Anti-gravity, am I going to end up in the drink if I do a shot over a boat somewhere?
It's been tested over water, and it performs quite well. I don't have an exact certification or a rating for you, but in my personal experience, it performs great.
There you go. So we've got everything we could ask. I think if there's something we left out, you could email them because you have the email address. But for us, this is definitely a product to look into. If you're flying drones, you definitely want it. The price point for what you get is amazing. I will only speak from things I've purchased from other companies that fall into this price point that don't give you anywhere near what you get with the A1. We will be picking up an A1. You'll see our review on it. You'll see some of the stuff we do. But this is definitely something we need to get and have in our world. You see all the fun stuff it does. We'll be doing some fun stuff with it. And I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Brad.
Showing us everything, letting everyone know what it is. And again, if you're getting a drone, definitely look at the A1. There's not anything on the market you're going to find that gives you more than what this product does.
Excited to hear what you think once you get a chance to use it.
Oh, you're going to love it. So for us, for Michael, for Anti-Gravity, A1, CES 2026, and Buzztv, we're out of here, guys. See ya.
Peace.